Hello, David. Just waking up from a nap. Saw some people on the server. I thought, well, I might do a little racing before I do some shooting later. Too bad I just parked there. What's new with you? It's lights me. On the server, go to qualifying and do a race. And get it cooled off here first. It's really hot. 83 degrees. People coming in. Should be getting a qualifying. See Mountain. No, I never did see your onboard video. Where was it posted? Is it posted in the Discord? I don't believe I saw that. Oh, the taxi lab thing. Yeah, I haven't watched that yet. I'll have to pull it up on stream or something later when I think about it. Kind of between things. Maybe remind me to think about it. I'd like to see it. Brother, I have been in IT support hell with the hosting company all day long. One of the Discord devs wanted, I made a claim saying like they're not helping me, the hosting company. They're ignoring tickets. And so they wanted proof when I posted it. They got kind of defensive about it at first, but I made it pretty clear like I'm paying these guys and they're not responding for 25 days to a ticket about an outage. That's not good. I'll get a drink. I'll be right back. Let me put it on something to watch. Watch this guy here. See how he's doing. Drove like he had a respawn button. No shit. He drove the shit out of it. Oh, what car was it in? That's crazy. I bet that was great. Get some purple dude. Get some rank. Genesis G70. Huh. So not like, oh, is it a race version or a production? Not that it matters. I'm sure that was exciting as hell. Gonna have to have a crazy fast car to have fun with Nordschleife. Wow. What the G70 got? About 300 horse? I don't even know. Guess it would depend on the year and stuff. Who had that? Sorry, it took a minute. Talk to my dad. Okay. This will be the first race of the day, I believe, because I think I started this morning playing Battlefield 6. The lap was amazing. Really drove the shit out of it. My girlfriend was in the back. Oh no. Poor thing. Did she get sick? Sitting in the back's hell. Did you get thrown around so bad? Oof. I bet she hated that. giggling to keep from crying. Yeah, she was probably shitting herself. It had to be crazy intense for someone who doesn't do that every day in a sim or anything. I'm sure she's seen you 100 times, but still different when you're actually in it. Let's see. Let's see. Load of cleanup. What 5 minutes of qualifying was. Oh, kind of too much. Good. I don't know. 1.5's a lot. Might. Well, we'll try it. It's odd. Not a tow. 24 psi. That's probably a good starting spot. Might over rotate or slide around with that toe so aggressive. In fact, I'm pretty sure it will. And because of that, the rear tires are going to get fucking hot. So we need to get our rear tires. Start them off a lot lower. And a whole pound lower. Because they're going to balloon up when they slide and get to 100 degrees and get hot. The front's not so much, so maybe that will be the combo. It might not. Alright, let's see. Oh, the wheel thing goofy. Yeah, the resolution's different. Hang on a second. Let's see if I can fix that. Say the wheel thing, but I'm talking about the pedal thing, actually. Oh, there it goes. You want to fit correctly? Thought with the resolution change. I changed to my desktop resolution. Okay, yeah, it may not be centered correctly, but we'll be okay, I think. Speed that up. Anything else I'm forgetting? Everything else working, I think? Chat? Audio okay? Hey, David. Oh, you back to work? Okay. Okay. Alright, bro. We'll have a good rest of the work night. Hope you have no tire issues this time. Wanted to not have too much for breakfast. I bet, dude. that's a solid call. Before going to the Nordschleife riding with somebody. Because, you know, when you're driving, you know what's coming. Of course, you being on that track so many times, effectively, you know what's coming. But your poor girlfriend in the back, oh my. Was she doing this thing, holding on between the seats? It gets slow. Yeah, that must have been brutal. Talk to you later, man. Just holler if you need anything. Let me clean these glasses. Let's see. Do you know what color Stevie Wonder's car is? Yeah, he doesn't either. That's a blind joke. How often do you hear a blind joke? It's not very funny. Barely even clever. Okay. Ooh. These were filthy. Oh, it's just gonna be so much nicer. I like it whenever my VR and my glasses are super clean. It's so nice. Because they get smudged real easy. The back of your eyelids have, natural oil from your skin on it. And you put that VR headset on and it mashes the glasses into your eyelids a little bit. And you end up with these smudges sometimes. So, and sometimes I take that VR headset, flip it up, sit it on my head, and the lenses touch the top of my bald head. And again, the oily skin. So it's a good idea to, for a big race, clean everything. It's just nice and clear. Usually have to point at something kind of bright so I can see these spots. These lenses have nicks from the glasses, actually. That little spot in the middle, it's more blurry, I'm sure, because it's got nicks. And the glass is rubbing up against it, and it's getting worse. I thought maybe they would come out with some better lenses that I could just buy some and pop in, and they probably do. Or they got replacement lenses, but I bet they're expensive. Because I think these are convex rather than concave, or the new style is more, they call them pancake lenses. So I thought I might sell this set up at some point, and I wanted to get the new OLED ones because they'll be brighter and better pixel density and better. Everything good, everything working. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Let's get this thing going. First race of the night. Hopefully everything works. I'm really not tested anything. Whoa, stereo. Set her down. Don't know why I've got lights on one side of my car and not the other. I tried to turn them on in the settings and I couldn't get one side to stay on when I turned on the other. It's really weird. I'll have to mess with it again sometime. Because it would look pretty cool with the purple. I guess it's ready to die. He said, I'm ready to die. I said, my confidence is already at T1 waiting for me. We have to laugh about it because it's, 29 cars on here. We're in 22nd position. We're going to get absolutely creamed here, probably. Come on, Ramirez, hit the gas. Actually, really good start up to here. And that's not terrible. We've seen much worse wrecks. We got another corner coming here. This corner is where people struggle that don't know the track and start weaving and bumping into their buddies. I only put 6 degrees on the rear wing, so it's not going to be very slow on the straights. It should be pretty damn good. Last time I raced there, I had it on 5 and the back end was sliding around too much, even with traction control all the way up. So this is 6, a little bit more wing, and that will help it brake straighter in those situations where the rear end gets too light under braking. You don't want to wiggle around or even try to come around.
That bump there a little bit. Not too bad though. I think it messed them up more than me. I do see some body damage though on my car. Okay, 12th place from 26, so picked up a lot of positions on the first lap. Usually the first lap is just trying to survive. Not really about trying to pass. The game looks really good tonight. Refresh rate on the game looks nice. That was a 27th place car back there, the blue flag. I wonder if he wrecked somebody. This server's been on this track all day. It's the first time I've raced it. I think I set it up last night, in fact. A little slow there. Could definitely brake later. Just trying to focus on being smooth. Be smooth, and I'll be fast. Why was he waving a white flag? And there's a double yellow. Why does this guy stop on the track? Let's see, rear tires are 26.4 and 25.8. It's just slightly under pressure. Fronts are money, 27 and 26, so kind of close to ideal. Sometimes you end up with some really wild temperature differences on tires from left to right, which I don't know how realistic that is. Maybe, I don't know about that. Armando's catching up with me a little bit, I think. Spinning around. We're in 8th place currently. We can get a little draft here. It was a weird line. I wonder if he braked too late there. I don't know what that was. Trying to break my draft. Okay, relax. Sometimes I get a little too excited when I get close to people, you know? Stay calm. Shoulders, arms, hands relaxed. Uh-oh. Not sure what happened back there. Yeah, did not mean to bang him like that. Or got loose when I turned back in. Who is it, Andrea? Yeah, I'll have to apologize to him after the race. When he gets back up here, I'll give him the position back if he can catch me. Yeah, I think I am faster than him because he wasn't catching this guy. I am quite easily, actually. Looks like we ended up in 5th from 26, I think. I don't know if Andrea's still in there. I was just apologizing to him in the chat about knocking him off the corner when the back end came loose. All right, let's see. What track shall it be? Okay, let me give him the copy pasta. Here. Up. Let's get this track change going. So this is Watkins Glen. We have track selection here. So what was our good lap? 140. So we did 145, 146, 146, 146, 147. Yeah, pretty consistent. Not the best, but 145 is our good lap. The fastest guy, 145 is his good lap, but he had a bunch of them. Oh, not really that more than me, actually. He probably just got out in front, early on when there wasn't a lot of wrecking. Yeah, he did a good one, 144. These guys are fast. Oh, very good. Yeah, very consistent. Yeah, some good drivers. Andrea, man, so sorry about knocking you off the corner. I feel bad about that. But yeah, he was really fast too. You can see the last lap I got him. Killed 3 seconds off his lap time. Trying to pass him, and I wasn't clean. Yeah, I just fucked up. The car got loose on the back end, and it just went pow, smacking right off the corner. Like shit. Fuck me. Well, that's racing. Sometimes things just go sideways unpredictably. You did the same turn every time. It was fine. And a little too much steering input, and that's all she wrote. All right, let's restart. It's going to be Brands Hatch for those of you that are watching on the screen. Let's bounce out of here. Server probably needs a little reboot anyway. It's been in that trap all day. I've been so busy with admin stuff, I have not done any streaming today. So this is good. I've been needing this all day, dealing with stressful stuff instead of fun stuff. Connects to Watkins Glen. It's restarting. Server has been restarted, not successfully. Axios error, network error. It says that, but it does anyways. It's goofy. Okay, we got 2 qualifying on Mount Panorama. That race is coming up. That'll be a fun one. We could do the Dallara there. Panorama. Oh, the race is about to start. I need to get a setup. That looks to be the right tune as well. I hit load. Hopefully that applied, and I better check before actually right.
Vehicle setup. Is that back to him? No, it does not look like it loaded it, but I guess it didn't actually apply it. Maybe it was back to him. Oh. Who knows? Looks like we got 12 cars here right now. That's a good little race. The Brands Hatch server is qualifying, which it just started qualifying. So when this race is over, we'll go to that. That's why I have two GT servers. So when I'm live streaming, I can fire up one on one track, one on the other track, race on one when it gets populated. Meanwhile, the other one's getting populated during qualifying. And when we get done with the race, we hop on the other server. So that way we kind of get to see all the tracks and visit all our friends that are in the different series and stuff. Ow! That actually hurt my hand. The paddle shifter caught my finger when it spun around full speed. I don't think it broke the skin though, but it felt like it down there did. I'd like to get ahead of these guys before the corner, but I don't think I got the horsepower to do it. Oh. Maybe one of them. Maybe. Okay, got him. This guy's gonna hold me up. Let me see. There we go. These guys are faster than me, so I need to get in front of them before the straightaway. They're going to catch me. Oh, they crashed. Perfect. That puts us in second. First place is right there, 4.5 seconds ahead. We could catch them. Whew. A little shimmy. A little hot. I think the brakes are cold. Tires too. Okay, let's track him. Guy in front's 4 seconds. I suspect he's going to improve on that in the straights. 3.4, 3.6, 3.7, 1.8, 9, yeah, he's hauling. 4.4, yeah, he's got his whole lead back just on the straightaway. Even though I cut it down 1 second. 4.4, okay. Let's see if we can catch him through the twisties. He's pretty good through here usually, but he's obviously pretty good at it too. Got timid with the steering. I need to be staying off the wall at any cost instead of worrying about sliding around. I think he clipped the inner wall there. He might have wheel damage. Keep doing that. It's okay there. Oh, there's the wall. Yeah, he may have enough wheel damage. It's not as fast anymore. Okay, he's 1 second behind.
1.9, 1.0, 1.1, 1.3. Just keep doing what we're doing. 2.8 behind. Okay, he went to pit, so he's screwed. Well, we can't rest. Third place is back there, second place is back there. And it's a BMW, that's a faster car. And he's actually gaining on me even though I'm on a straightaway, so he's on the straight too. That's a lap car behind me. Hopefully he doesn't interfere. A lot of times they say, oh, there's the first place guy. Let me see if I can keep up with him and beat him. And then they end up wrecking you. Yeah, he's gonna try to race me. That's my best lap. Oop. Body damage, but the tires are okay, I think. Yellow flag, somebody's parked somewhere. Oh shit! Okay, now I got a right wheel problem. Yeah, wheel's feeling funny. Take it a little easy here. In first place. Second place is 26 seconds ahead, so it's really 26 seconds behind, so no reason to haul ass through here, really. With a damaged wheel and windshield. A little baby windshield. $37 seconds ahead. Second place. 37 seconds. Student. What up, student? I bet he was having a oh shit moment. I don't want to wreck Melon. He went to pit. Last lap, most likely. Blue flag. Someone's coming out of pit. Remember pit. Alright. We are 41 seconds, 45 seconds ahead of second place. I don't know. The timing on that thing looks funny. It's going up and down. I can tell. Yeah, 45 seconds still. That's right there. 2 cars up here on the radar. About right here. What are they doing? Getting dark. Let's be close to the end of the race. There we have it. Number 1. Well, that's fun race. Wait a minute. There will be a track change on this server as well. Freshen everything up. Let's see, did everybody make it to the pit? There's some still going. Give them a minute here. Because some of them I think are still driving. Go to pit lane, we can see. He was just parked a second ago, and he just finished. Yeah, they're all done. Okay. So that one's on Mount Panorama. Our other GT2 servers got a bunch of people, like 20 something on Brands Hatch. So this one's going to go to Nürburgring, the Grand Prix circuit. Grand Prix. We're starting now. So we'll head into one of the other servers that are qualifying. 19 on Brands Hatch. They should be qualifying because they had the qual set up longer than the race for that reason. So
we start a session and race on one and a qual on the other, and then we get done racing, we should be able to practice. My server list is taking a long time. Oh dear. We missed the Brands Hatch racing there. Well, I thought I was gonna catch it. Hey, Mr. Snort. This is the Moza R3. I have a Fanatic CSL DD 8 Newton meter, with the upgraded motor instead of the 4 Newton meter. And I'd run it at about 40%, 50%. And that served me pretty well, but sometimes it would disconnect and act up. And they have a fix for it. You can buy a different collar connector, and it's got a shaft, an intermediate shaft between the base and the wheel. And that shaft is the connection between the wheel and the base. It's a USB connection inside. So when you're hitting the brakes and you're pulling on the wheel, the collar can slip and the USB connection come out just enough while you're driving. It's like, no wheel, no force feedback, nothing, So I finally sold it after I did a firmware update, and it seemed like it was working really good. I did my last stream with it and raced all day and had zero problems. And it was after retorquing the collar and, just doing everything I could to make sure it was solid before I sold it. So I did that and bought this. This R3 kit was actually a lot cheaper. I went from, $550 setup to $350 setup. And it's 4 Newton meter instead of 5, or it's 3.9, whatever it is. But it just feels more precise and smooth, and the response, and I don't know, I like it. I like it better. It's cheaper, and I think it's better. So, that's what we're working with. What are you doing? What kind of wheel you got? Oh, did you give me a follow recently? I didn't get a notification about it if you did. So I apologize in advance. I don't see any notification that you followed. That's weird. But I imagine if this is the first time chatting, you probably just followed, right? Maybe I have notifications turned off on accident. Sometimes I hit a button over here and turn off alerts. No, they're on. Are they off screen or muted? Let's see. Alert. No, they're all the way up. Advanced audio properly. Alert, monitor, and output. So I should hear it and you should hear it. And it's 100% volume. Weird. I don't know. I apologize. Yeah, well, I appreciate it, man. I'm sorry. I guess the Twitch just screwed up or something. Because I have an activity feed that shows, anything like that, follow subs and stuff. And then it says the last person that followed me was yesterday. Let's see, is there a filter? Feed shows all. Alerts. Twitch alert controls. Nothing deselected, nothing do not disturb. I guess it's just a goof. My bad. So I appreciate it. Oh yeah. What were you driving in there? I didn't catch your name in game. Maybe it's the same. I don't know. What's your in-game name? You got the DD base for the 6 Newton meter? Yeah, 6 is a sweet spot, I think. Oh, Michael. Copperfield. Is it? Oops, sorry, my glasses are not really set up for this other monitor. HLOPOTOV. Loptov. Loptov. All right, cool, man. Well, welcome aboard. We're happy to see you on the server. We need some, people that are chill vibes and down to have some good, clean racing. That's what we're looking for. I've got 4 servers, if you didn't know. You can always search Melon like I'm doing here. And I know you can't see, like, this interface is like, people always are like, why is your resolution so huge? It looks like you're playing in 720p or something. I'm not. This is VR and this is the desktop capture, so it looks,
you know, on desktop it's running it at 1080p on a 1440 or 3440 1440p monitor, so everything's huge. Russian. Okay, I thought that might be something like that. Russian. Is it so your family name? Are you guys from Russia or in Russia? I'm in Tennessee, USA, so it's kind of considered here that we call it the Mid South. So that's why the dialect's a little different here. We speak a little slower. In Russia? Oh, cool. Well, much love from the USA. It's a shame our governments can't get along. The people I've found around the world are the same. It's just the governments can't get along. Near Moscow. Awesome. I bet you've got some incredible views there. I would love to see the square, and I love the buildings are amazing. I'd love to visit Red Square and places like that. Seemed like there was a song in the 80s about Gorky Park, and seemed like that Scorpions did a song there. Seemed like they did a tour in Russia, the Scorpions. No, the Beatles did one time, maybe in the 60s. You know, again, people are the same everywhere for the most part. Maybe different cultural things or religions and stuff, but for the most part, we're all pretty decent people, and we just want to get along and get through life with as few scars as possible. Let's see. So GT2 is qualifying. That Brands Hatch race might be about over. Let's go take a look. Brands Hatch and DeLore would be a pretty good combo. Oh, the ads got you. Sorry about that. I was just saying that, much love from the USA. It's a shame that our governments can't get along because the people get along. People around the world are, from what I've seen, are the same. You know what I mean? We're just all trying to get through life with as few scars as possible. So, yeah, I'm tickled to hear from somebody from Russia. That's a first. I don't think I've had that before. At least nobody that said that, that they were from Russia. So this race is almost over. There's already a bunch of cars here, so... Oh, there's Michael there. So this is Michael that's in our chat here. Whoop. Let's get my VR set up. Oh, it's very simple. Why is the camera sideways? Is that the wrong button? Okay. This is Mr. Snork, aka Michael Lopatov from Russia. So we got his view up. I just wanted to showcase him for a minute here. One of our new friends from Russia. How cool is that? Just never know who you're going to run into through gaming. It's pretty cool. And I think he said he's on a wheel as well. DD Base. I was talking to one of the developers or one of the Discord moderators today, and they said that Nils, the guy that does the tuning for these cars, was doing an update in 0.6 for this BMW. We got on the screen here in particular the BMW M4 GT3. And because it's been sliding around a little bit and people having issues with it. Also, we're still having some server crashing issues, and kind of suspect it might still be related to some suspension geometry that's exceeding what the physics engine is accepting, and it just flipping out and crashing the whole server. We're noticing that if a lot of cars don't run into each other, we don't seem to have that problem. It's when there's a pile up and cars just start going like that and ping pong it, and then the whole server goes down. Brands Hatch. little passenger view. What's the rear car? You got an F40 coming up. Oh, he's wide. In the dirt. F40 is a wild choice for this track, but some of these guys are incredibly good at it. They drive the F40 all the time, and some of them have really good pedals so they can feel when it's about to slip when you're at that second gear, 4,000 RPM, 100% boost. Because that thing's running like 40 pounds of boost. So yeah, that's a lot of torque coming in real fast. Well, lazy, and then all of a sudden. It's a small displacement with a lot of cylinders, so it does move a lot of air, but it's a pretty big turbo, so up to 4,000 RPM, that turbo's not doing much of anything, and all of a sudden it goes full boost, breaks the tires loose, there's no traction control, so you gotta be a hell of a driver to go fast in F40, especially on a track like this. Oh, these guys always race together. One's always got the blue car with the white wheels, the other one always has the orange car with the orange wheels. They just spun out. I'll have to greet them. I forget their names, but they're always friendly. Oh. Where's my vehicle set up? Why's that? I'm in chat, in game chat. Let's see, what were we in, the Delara? Let's see. Maybe I'll be able to tell by the... Yeah, this looks like the Delara. Electronics. Yeah. 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 Probably did. Get the same. Get the setup. Let's try to get this tune loaded. It's still not loaded. Can't load. The trick, we gotta hit apply right after the. Well, see, there is no apply. It should have already applied it. I just want to check, make sure it's all there before we join the track. Okay, yeah, it looks like it's there this time. Oh, this is qualifying. I thought this was race. My bad. Okay. Hit. Next session. Hey, this is a race. Mazia fell asleep. Three F40s side by side was crazy looking on that. That's done pretty good. I don't know. Look how many F40s are. He's gonna spin here probably. Oh, he's got it. Oh. Those was in my blind spot. I didn't see him. Improvise and overcome. That's what we do. It's a little slippery here. Cold times. Oh, what's he doing there? That's weird. Gee, you got that straight line speed, man. Be nice and let him back on. It's a good idea to go behind him instead of in front of him. He's liable to hit the gas and shoot forward all of a sudden. They're not going to go in reverse. Bobbled it there while I was talking. Way too fast, oh no, he fucking pulled it off. I was like, holy shit, he's going off. That just shows you how crazy the grip is on that BMW. That was a terrible looking line, but he still survived it. Didn't even get sideways. That's crazy. we're giving them a run for the money. We're in 4th place. 3rd is just ahead, but that's Souza. He's really fast. He's really fast in that car, he proved in the last race. He came to the track late. I was in 1st place. I think it went around and he left me behind. I was like, whoa. Woo-wee. Pushing it there. Toad's in 2nd place. He's 15 seconds ahead. That's so fast in the 40s. I think I talked to him about it. I think it seemed like he had the Sim Magic set up on the wheels, on the pedals. Feedback and load cell or one of those kind of things. I can't remember. But there's a good explanation to why he can make that F40 hook up and most people can't. I think he's got a really nice setup. Probably helping his already fantastic ability, as it were. A lot of people say spend money on the pedals. A lot of people are telling me that's where you can make up some time. And had some people surprised I do as well as I do without the pedal upgrade. Hard to believe, but that's what I was told. Might get sore in this video sometime. Sitting at an angle like this with a heavy object on your head. Dub is behind me. That's 5th place. He's catching up with the BMW. Some traffic ahead. That could be good for us, bad for him. Or vice versa. We'll see. Oh, that's Michael. That's our new Russian friend in the game chat. $340 ping. That's actually not too terrible. He's near Moscow. Few minutes left in the race. Trying to be smooth and carry as much speed here as we can. Cayman Club Sport. white and blue car, get out of the way. Trying to race us. I used to have a negative camber on the rear tires in this car, and it does help it rotate, but it was too much. It was spinning around a lot. It's way better on the stock rear tow setting when somebody was thinking about experimenting with it. And the camber's fine, it's just too much tow. Working the tires loose. In sand, so got a downshift, keep off in there. Good race. Up in fourth, looks like. Whoa, whoa. Tires got hot. Yeah, 95 degrees on the left side, 82 on the right. On the front and rear. Just one side from that slide. Oh, that's fun. Oh, there's Snort. What's up, dude? I see you made it to the Discord. Awesome. Yeah, let's get this track changed. There's a little banter in the chat during the game shot. That's fun. No, we're not going to call that. We're going to another track. This hasn't been on Brands Hatch all day. Yeah, it's on Brands Hatch. Gonna be Spa. Okay, Spa. Servers are doing pretty good tonight. What I haven't seen is a ton of crashing. We've noticed it's a physics problem, as you may be aware as well. It's a collision problem. There's too many when too many cars start running into each other, and we don't know, is it the M4 or a combo of this car and that car or just one car? We don't know that yet. We haven't isolated it. But it stands to reason that
In the previous patch, we had to disable 3 cars: the BMW M4 GT3, the Maserati GT2, and the other GT2 car, the Mercedes AMG, because it Nils was he's the one that does the tuning for the game, and said that that something's happening with the part in the car, a suspension piece, it's moving too much, and things are hinged on that. So they start going crazy, and they go out of the limits of what the physics engine's okay with, and it just disconnects everybody from the server. So tonight we have not seen a whole lot of wrecks. We have seen some wrecks, don't get me wrong, but it's not been that 20 car pileup just yet. It's been 10 car, 5 car, stuff like that. Sometimes it takes quite a few or the right combo. But we've crashed servers before, just putting a car here and a car here, hold the brake, hold the gas, and just try to run up into each other, and then they'll kind of do that. And one time it crashed the whole server. Most of the time they would just kind of bounce around. We had a good laugh about it because the cars would just bing, shoot into the air and weird stuff. But one time we did that. I don't know if one of the cars shot and it hit somebody else that was parked by us, because it was after the race when we were just goofing around. We usually do like a car show at the end of T1, for the first straight, T1 after race, and just kind of hang out, bullshit, while we're waiting for everybody to finish. And David NL95 and he's another streamer you guys should follow if you haven't already. He's from Holland, but in any case, he's working tonight, so he's not going to stream, but I think he's uploading a video anyway. So, yeah, we were messing around, and we did that several races in a row. No problem. I mean, the car bounced and goofiness, and then one time the whole server went down, and we're like, oh, I think we just learned something. So I updated the ticket to let the guys know that you could crash a server with car physics. And I uploaded a video showing. Yesterday I started a stream. I'm like, all right, first race of the day, everybody. It takes me 30 minutes to set up the VR and the panels and all this windows and the stream equipment and cameras and all the flip stuff. It takes a long time. Get it all set up, fired up the race, got the server populated. Literally went 30 feet, and people went tick, 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 and cars went everywhere, and the server dumped us out. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to build a community here. I can't do that if my server, I fire up a stream and I can't even make it 30 seconds without this. So yeah, I've been letting them know what's going on, and they're responding. So maybe it's going to get better before it gets worse. It will eventually. I have full confidence that the team will come around. They'll get it sorted out. But it's just this teething phase is just painful. Okay, looks like everybody piled into Spa or Nürburgring, 10 on each. Okay, Nürburgring just went from 10 to 5, so maybe people are piled into the other one. I don't know, that's weird with 5 people disconnected at the same time. Maybe that server crashed during qualifying? No. Alright, let's head into GT1. And that is Spa. That's going to be a nice speed track. Let's go with a fast car. Lambo's good for Spa, I think. A little more top end than the Dallara, and just about as good handling. So a lot of straightaway on this track. It's going to burn a lot of fuel, so it might add a couple liters. Yeah, it's just going to take longer than we hoped. Exactly. We all thought that maybe this year was going to, the beginning of the year was going to be, everything's ready. Nah. I'd say they're probably a good half a year behind, or a year. But that's okay. In the meantime, we'll, it'll be a slow build-up. And maybe it'll be all that much better when we finally get that 1.0 and all the cars and tracks are working and servers aren't crashing anymore.
It was me spin and turn right in the pits. Oh no, Snork. Oh, that's awful luck. Right into the pits. Yeah, that's gonna cost a lot of time when that happens. That stinks. Yeah, that happens. Let's see. We need to make a tune. We got 10 minutes of qualifying on this server. This is the spawn, GT number 1. Let's see. These are race tires, slicks. I think we decided last time leave that rear toe, and keep the camber. More front toe. We'll leave the rear toe because it likes to slide around. Well, the Lara had the same problem when I made the toe negative. It started sliding around too much. Too much for me, anyway. This is a fast track. Let's go to 33 later. 32 might be cutting it really close. I don't know. Soft suspension on the front. Help it turn in without sliding and pushing. Softer on the rear as well, but not as soft, so it will rotate. There's a typo in the damping. It doesn't match. Let's fix that. And we got way too much wing, so let's make it fast on the straights. But not too much downforce so it can slide around and rotate. The hosting is still all centralized in Europe. Yeah, it's in Italy. Well, it's confusing because when you go to buy a server, you go to Swiss Institute of Technology and Research Institution, whatever the acronym is there. That's where you buy it, and then you're buying it from... Yeah, it's like... It's confusing. You're buying it from them in Switzerland, and they are a parent company that is non-profit. So they enjoy a tax-free situation because they're non-profit. Now, how a company stays in business being no profit is always sketchy to me. So unless they're donating all their if they're donating all their money and not making a profit, I mean, most businesses can't stay in business doing that. Anyway, so that's the parent company, SETI, or whatever it's called, the Swiss Institute of Technology Research. And that's in Switzerland. And then you buy from them, and the actual people who host the servers that they don't actually host them, they manage the servers, is .ch1 or something like that. They are in the neighboring country, Italy. That's a border country for those that don't know. Switzerland and Italy are side by side. So you got Kunos in Italy. You've got so anyway, that's a situation. You got and so the people that do the support are in Italy with Kunos. And then the money flows up to the parent company that's tax-free. It's, there's some shady stuff going on there, in my opinion, but tax. No, it's nothing new for a company to skirt taxes, pretending to be a non-profit. But so that's the situation, and what I've explained to Kunos is like, you guys shouldn't be paying a company to handle the hosting that's not actually handling the hosting. It's not their servers. It's not their equipment. That's why there's such a hellacious delay on getting any help. If I open a ticket with them and tell them I got a problem with my server, they have to forward that to the company that's hosting the server, Axios, in the USA. So they can't actually touch the servers. So when I ask them, can you restart my server? When it goes down, can you set up the server to auto restart? No, we can't. Can't or won't or something. So it's just been around and around with them. Today it was just talking to 505, Kunos, hosting company, all that. That's all I did today. Trying to get the bottom of why these things keep crashing. Sometimes they want to make it out like it's just me and I'm making it up. And other times they tell me everybody's got the problem and, you know, there's nothing they can do. If it's just me, then they should be able to fix it. But if it's everybody, then they've got a lot of work to do, don't they? Yeah, they really, I mean, that's what I told them today. I'm like, dude, I have a fiber connection and a world-class server set up. I host servers for a bunch of games. Rust, Battlefield 6, Dirty Bomb, uh, Forza, Among Us, a lot of different stuff. So, of course, Evo. Some of those are, you know, I have to pay a company to host because there's no option like this situation. But at least there's different hosting companies I can go to. So I can try one. If they suck, they don't respond like this one's doing, I can go to somebody else. Here we have 0 options. And what I petitioned them for today was like, look, pay me. I'll host it myself. I'll host other people's servers for them. I've got fiber and server rack. You know, you want somebody hosting the servers that plays the game and knows what the hell's going on? Or are you going to pay somebody to host the servers that's paying somebody else to host the servers that doesn't play the game and don't know what the hell's going on? So when you ask them what the hell's going on, they can't speak intelligently about it. They can't elaborate on the situation. I know more about it than what they know. So yeah, that's a wild thing to ask them about that today. But I did. I was like, fuck it, dude. I could host it better than them. In fact, nobody should be paying a hosting company. We should be all hosting our own servers. They don't provide a better ping. They don't provide support whatsoever. They don't provide better equipment. All they do is delay. Yeah, I don't claim to know it all, but I've been doing this. I've been an IT. I mean, I started my computer store, my first computer store, 1993, right out of high school. You know, I was charging customers to fix their computers when I was in high school. You know, out of grade school. You know, for 10 an hour in 1993, and I thought I was rich. I got so damn busy, I had to raise my prices over and over and over. So, you know, I was the computer guy for this town for a lot of years. I had a computer store on the Court Square and one on the main strip, and I did it all. And then I went and moved and did corporate IT all over the world. International companies, 10, 20, 30,000 employees. You know, I worked for airlines, I worked for banks, I worked for governments. I was a contractor, so I would spend 2 years. They would literally pay me as a contractor, then pick me up, drop me off at a building, and go, the systems admins quit. They took all the notes. We don't know what the hell's going on, but it's broken. Nothing's working. Unfuck it, Chris. That's what they paid me to do. But yeah, Kunos could learn something. Maybe not Kunos, but the hosting company definitely could. They should at least hear me out when I say, isn't it odd that every server in New York died at the same time, but my LA server did not? And they're claiming that it's Kunos' app that's crashing the server? Okay, maybe sometimes, but it didn't kill 3 servers at one shot at the same instant. In no effing way. So there's something different about the co-locations, and they don't have control over it. And if I ask them for a log file, they won't share it. If I ask them for the IP of the server, they won't share it. If I ask them to be in the loop of the conversation, they won't share it. They say they send logs files to Kunos. I've never been copied on any of that. I've never seen any proof of them doing anything. In fact, when I spoke to Niels about it the other day, I'm like, Nils, this is what's going on, man. And he had the shocked Pikachu face. He's like, oh, they're not responding? Like, no, dude. 3 months of this. I'm paying them to do server admin stuff, and they're leaving my tickets open for days, and then silently closing them when I'm not looking and marking them resolved. Even though they didn't even respond to the ticket. So, it's a mess. Yeah, online, yeah. Most of the people these days, we want to play online. We're not single players. Single players, that's shit we did in the 80s. We've graduated beyond. Fine if some people want to do that, but we should definitely have, all new games should be multiplayer. I mean, this is the internet age since 1990. Shit, I got on the internet in the early 90s, Dial-up. I used to host LAN parties at my computer store. Every Wednesday night, we closed the door at 5 p.m., and you couldn't get in the door unless you brought a computer case. I had card tables set up in the back, 50 feet of card tables, and just rows of them with, monitor, keyboard, mouse, speaker, network cable, and we had stacks and stacks of hubs back then before switches were a household thing. And that's what we did. We played Doom, and we played Duke Nukem, and we played Unreal Tournament, and Quake 2. Did I say Duke Nukem 3D? Any racing game that we could make network. A lot of them didn't back then, but so that's what I'm doing now, is recreating the old days, but at a wide area network instead of local area network over the internet. That's why I host so many servers, because I want to get on the games at night or during the day, 24/7, and we always have somebody to play with. And I want our racing servers to run nice, like my rest of my servers. Well, I'm not having to apologize to my friends for not having a stable server. Because after all, it's got my good name on it, and my reputation. Buddy, you going real slow to it. You're going to get run over. I was afraid we were going to get run over by him. Ferrari's got more top end. Herrera. Tires are a little cold. This is the actual race. We got 9 minutes left. It's a 10-minute race. Started in 20th place. We are in 10th. Well, I say we started in 20th. I could be off. We started near the rear because we didn't qualify at all. There's probably other people that didn't qualify. Oh, dude, why? What are you doing? I can't turn the wheel with you beside me. No, that was Michael. That's all good, bro. I didn't realize that was you, bro. That's why I was giving you a hard time. We got too close. I have noticed, sometimes I get behind a car, and it may not even be that high of a ping, because Michael's from Russia, so his ping's like 250. It's kind of high. Much beyond that, I notice people like 250, 300 ping, a lot of times they'll start sliding around the track, looking kind of weird. Like a slight sync issue, and what happens is sometimes you're not even, like, you could have a foot between the cars, but somehow you knock somebody over. Run into somebody even though you didn't visually see that you touched, so that could have been one of them scenarios. It's a latency difference, no big deal. Regardless, he didn't mean to, so that's what we're... On my server, that's all I'm concerned about is the intent. If they don't intend to crash, and it's just an accident, that means everything. I'm only concerned with the ones that routinely do it, or do it on purpose. Double yellow, so we've got at least a 2-car pile up. Pretty good speed through there. We're in 11th. Ahead is Student of Life. He's in the Delara. Definitely be catching him because of straightaways. He's one of our regulars and also a member of the Clean Racers Club, which is a paid subscription. It's $10 a month, and we use that money to pay for all the servers. But the Clean Racers Club is a private server we have, our 4th server. And that's where we do our league racing, race other Discord groups and streamers and their groups and each other. And we got a league race coming up. We're just waiting on more entries because we're doing a cash entry thing. So that we have a prize pool for first, second, and third. Which I've laid this all out on melonracing.com, and it's a pinned post in the Discord as well. Scar likes to harm him. I guess they all do, don't they? Yeah, this car rotates real nice. This tune-up's dead on. Here's where Student's gonna have trouble. We're so fast in the straights, but he can corner. Let me have that draft life. Must have a fast lobby because this is 10th place. Thank you for allowing the pass, Mr. Student. Always the gentleman racer. Relax my shoulders, I'm driving tense. Could be the energy drink. I drank a one of those Monster Coffee caramel, however you want to pronounce it, depending on where you're from. Delicious, but they do get the heart rate up, make me a little warm. Sometimes I get a little tense. Usually in the neck and shoulders from holding this VR headset and yanking this wheel back and forth so much. Drop this setup. Yeah, 40 is so fast. Yeah, they want Snowden's tune. I say, Snowden, keep that tune to yourself, brother. You're doing good. Whatever you're doing, keep doing that. Enjoy your dominance. It's probably why he keeps coming back to my server. He can manhandle all of us. That's a good position to be in when you can come to a server and just absolutely dominate track after track. Alright, we scooted up to 9th position. 8th place is 6.5 seconds ahead. Didn't really get a look at what kind of car that was. Oh, it's a Dallara. We should catch him on the straights. We're up about 8/10 over the previous best lap. A little later braking there. Better throttle control. Trying to keep it out of traction control. There's no point in flooring the throttle if you're just going to get into traction control. Actually make yourself even slower. Trying to get right on the edge of traction control. We're up 7/10. Oh, yeah, that was close. That was Daniel Hill. Max Cash is the next one. He's in 7th place. Woo, woo. Their tires are getting hot. They're starting to get greasy. Maserati's going to top in me. Unless he put all the wing on it. I don't have hardly any wing on mine. It's kind of funky, but we made it. Woo! It's on my ass, Seabass. He's got the draft, and he's still not catching me, so he's probably got too much wing on it if I had to guess. Pretty good through there, yeah, we're cooking now. Tire's really hot, but the tire pressure's not too high, so still has pretty good grip. It's just greasy. Definitely need to lower the rear tires one PSI. It's overinflated at 28. I'd like it at 27 on slicks. Nice and grippy through there. Somebody went into the pits on the last corner. Okay, he just gave me that position. They may have had a drive to. Yep, the line.
Yeah, outsourcing serving management. Oh, Snoop. Appreciate the sub on the YouTube. Let's see. Let's do this track change. Do my upgrade from Symagic Alpha 15 newton to Evo Pro 18. A big difference for anyone contemplating. 18 newton meter. Good lord, bro. 18 newton meter. Okay, so this is spa. Let's configure track selection. Can be Circuit of the Americas, Grand Prix. There's 34 slots on that. That would be nice. Keep the servers full one day, where they're all staying completely packed and not kicking people out, or even letting people change cars and tracks without kicking them out. That would be nice. Stuff. He had a 15 meter when he went to the Pro Symagic Alpha. And how expensive must that be? Symagic Alpha, Symagic Evo Pro 18 meter. He said it's a big difference for anybody contemplating going from a Symagic Alpha 15 to an Evo Pro 18. Hmm. From 15 to 18, you saw a huge difference. Are you talking about the same brand? I imagine 3 newton meter making a big difference. Did this one restart? Okay, let me check. Should show Circuit of Americas on the list if it did. Yeah, it did. Oh, 6 on there. Alright. I think that's enough racing for me for now. I need to relax for it. Yeah, we might get back on in a bit, do some more racing, and then also my Dirty Bomb server. There's a bunch of people, my friends are on there as a free to play first person shooter, hero shooter for those that don't know. I don't know if I've got a download. It's a PC game though. It won't work if you've got Xbox or something like that. But oh yeah, here's a link. So yeah, I have a game server called Teabag Funhouse. That was an old clan name, Teabag. Back in the day, we used to teabag each other just for shits and giggles. It would trigger other people, but each other we just thought it was hilarious. So we just called ourselves Teabag. So anyway, that's the game, and I have a dedicated server for that. And right now it's absolutely packed with players. We have 14 of 14. I have 2 reserve slots for those who donate, so that they don't have to wait. Because sometimes you can end up waiting an hour to get on the damn server. It takes forever sometimes. So I put some reserve slots on there for the VIPs that donate to help keep things rolling. And that's been looking pretty good. So I'll probably get into that a little bit. I've been itching to play. I've been playing a lot of Battlefield 6 lately. Battlefield 6 more, it's a better looking game and updated and stuff, but we've been hosting Teabag Funhouse in that game for 10 years. So we have a lot of players out there. We have a lot of fun. Before they do, cut you guys loose. If you hadn't already, make sure you follow and subscribe. I see some of you already did. Several of you did. It wasn't giving me the notification for some reason. It kind of glitches sometimes. But I never change the settings, and sometimes it works. And most time it works, and every once in a while it doesn't. So when you guys follow and subscribe recently, and I didn't see it, I apologize. I do appreciate you. And just let me know if it didn't notify everybody. Definitely want to give you credit for doing that. And thank you again for hitting YouTube. YouTube guys, or I see you guys hitting the thumbs up on the videos. Some of you are. Apologize. Thank you doing it every day. Yeah, there's 3 thumbs up. Appreciate that. Thank you guys. I think the thumbs up, I notice on the nights where I have about 5 thumbs up and higher, the stream, the viewers start coming in because they clearly start presenting the thumbnail to more and more people. More people thumbs it up. So I don't want to beg for them, but if you feel like the stream is pretty good and informative or fun or whatever, appreciate you guys doing that while it's live, especially because I think that does help with the algorithm. I've seen the view count go from the typical 5 to 10 on YouTube shoot up to like 40 or 50. And when I've done nothing different, same title, same thumbnail, same time of day, same day of the week, and it get 10 times more. And that means 10 times more potential viewers that could funnel into our server. And that's what I'm trying to do, is get as many people into these servers as possible. Make sure this game has a great launch while it's in early access. And that's why I'm so passionate and pissy with the hosting company about fixing these issues, because there's a lot of people that come through the streams and they want to check out the game, and if they see the thing crashing 5 times in a stream session, or once an hour or something, it's not a good look, especially if I'm saying stuff like this has been going on for 3 or 4 months. There's been no progress on this, and that's why I'm getting pissed. So yeah, we hope they get this all straightened out so that we're all the streams are positive vibe, fun vibe. It's not a session complaining about the lack of support from the hosting company. So I put a lot of info about that out there to the devs and the mods in Discord, so do with it what they want. I've presented the issues and the logs and the issues getting help. So balls in their court. We'll see what they do. I'm thinking along Kunos will come around. They'll get this fixed up, and it'll be as popular as the old AC, and that's why I'm into it, because I think it'll be around for decades potentially. So that's why I'm an early adopter. I want to be, on the ground floor of this thing. Those who come early can potentially shape the game and influence how good it is. So the more log files and data and stuff that we provide to them when there are issues, and I know it sounds like bitching to some of these people that don't understand how to deal with the IT companies or issues. But sometimes you do have to get loud. The squeaky wheel gets the oil. I mean, that's just how it works. You sit there and suffer in silence, nobody knows it. I'm not trying to get belligerent with anybody, but I know what I'm paying for and I know the level of service I'm getting, and it doesn't match. So that's why they're getting some heat from not only me, it's other server admins that are sending me DMs and stuff going, yeah, we're having the same problem. We're just not being vocal about it. We're tired of opening tickets. We're not uploading another log file. We're not opening another ticket. They know it's screwed up. What's the point? Well, I agree with them. We've put it all out there. They know. So at this point, we're just going to relax for a bit and see what happens. .6 patch should be upon us too soon. Looking at the internal beta tester section here. Let's see if there's, whoops, I didn't join the voice chat. I was trying to look at the bug, the regular chat. I'm talking about some virtual memory issues with Windows and trying to troubleshoot some of that. Some AMD issues in specific they're trying to track down. A lot of video card related, AAA, MSAA stuff. It's like they're testing some FSR options off and on. Controller settings. Some of these guys are developer types, so they understand code and they can, query a DLL and sniff it while the traffic's coming over it, see what it's doing. And these guys are very sharp. So yeah, I don't see a new build right now. Well, let me look at the announcements. Let's chat. New build is up 5.3 hotfix. That was on 3.2. Today's 3.9, so that's weird. It was a multiplayer test on 3.3. That's on 3.4 new build. Last thing posted by Pinky was 5.3 is now live. Thanks for the tests. That was on the 5th. Today's the 9th. So we got a weekend in there. So yeah, it's it might be another week or two or even more before .6 comes out. I did suggest to them in the nicest way possible that we've got to test crashing cars in each other before the next patch, and for once and for all, figure out what is making these things dump clients out. We got to stop the crashing. That the server is the pillar. That's the foundation and pillars. If the server's not stable, then the game's not stable for the client, and that's just a bad look. So we know it's early access, but it's been, what, a year of early access has it been? And I don't know, 6 months or more of multiplayer, 4 months of multiplayer, something like that. I think they went live in September, October, November, December, January, February, March. 6 months, something like that. And anyway, won't keep you guys. I'll be back later. We'll do some other kind of gaming, probably some first-person shooter. And certainly, if I see the race servers are packed, I'll jump back in there as well. All right, see you in a bit. Jeez. Oh, one more thing. I did make a video on how to fix the current version .53 of Assetto Corsa EVO. And the reason I did that, because I already had a video on that, but it was for .3 and 4 and early .5. The file path has changed to where the log files are and the save data and all that stuff. It used to be documents, now it's in save game. Users, whatever your username is, like see users and your username and save games. It's all in there now. So I did upload a new video to help people that might be looking at the old one going, this is not, I can't find the files. Well, you'll find files because they're there from the previous installation and patches. but they're going to be old. So if you try to manipulate them to fix the situation, like the game's not starting, it's not going to work anymore. And I have to find the new folder that I mentioned. But it's all in the video. It's very short and concise this time.